We started this training yesterday, and we went through about 6 slides yesterday. We talked about what is product management, who is a product manager. We also talk about product management process. We talk about stages of product management, and of course, we discuss the product roadmap. I'm just going to spend the next 5 minutes to recap because I could see that some people are just joining for the first time today. Now, what is product management? Product management is the function responsible for defining desirable, viable, feasible, and sustainable solution that meets customer needs. So what does that mean? You have been appointed as a product owner, or I'm your customer, and I said, help me to develop this because I'm struggling to make sales. That is the issues I've got. And I want to develop an online ordering applications. Now, a product manager will be appointed or hired. The product manager serves as the highest authority within the development of Scrum teams. He owns the product. So when he says this is what I want, no one can challenge the product manager because the success or otherwise of that product depends only on the product manager. So he owns the project, he or she. And I know some of us are coming from the background of a business analyst, and you might be asking why. What is the difference between the role of a product manager and business analyst? Now, to also make it very clear, product manager and product owner are used interchangeably. So some organizations will refer to it as product manager, while some will refer to it as product owner. In Nigeria, it's mostly used product manager, while in advanced countries like Australia and UK, I think we use more of a product owner. So bear that in mind. Now, as a product manager, these three are your primary responsibilities. You will want to ensure that the products that you are developing, in this case, the online order application, is viable. What do we mean by viability? It means that we can do it. We have the resources to do it. It means that, okay, the fact that it's a problem, we are saying that this is what we want to do. You also test the market to know that that problem is major. That you know the reason why there is problems for that. And based on that, the viability of that project is there. Once you get to understand and you ascertain the viability, usability, meaning your user, the end user, can effectively, efficiently, productively use the product. The last one is the commercial viability. That's okay, when they want to use this product, they are also ready to make payments, continuous payments for using that product so that the business will gain profits from that product. For those of us who are coming from BA background, you will realize and agree with me that these two are also being performed by BA. But the role of a business analyst does not in any way has nothing to do with commercial viability. It does not, as a BA, you are less concerned if that product makes money to the owner or not. You are not concerned if it will cost the business owner 30 million to do it and they will make 20 million. That is none of your business. But as a product owner, it is your business to ensure that, okay, this product that we want to do, people are actually ready to make continuous payments and pay for that. And that is the core responsibilities and the difference of the role of a product owner as well as a BA. So a product owner serves as the highest authority in a project teams or Scrum or development teams. So when a product manager or product owner says, I want you to do this, you cannot challenge him. He's the owner of that product. And we're now saying there are different processes or phases where a product owner can discharge that. we went through that. This is the processes. For those who are not on the call, I will ask you to please spend time to go through the recording, which will be shared after today's section, by the way. So for today, we stopped here, products roadmap. For today, we'll start from product vision statement. But before I start, anyone have any questions based on what I've said now or what we've gone through yesterday so that I can clarify before we proceed? Okay. I will say I'm going to take that as a no, so let's proceed. Now, our first slide for today is what we refer to as product vision statement. You remember I told you yesterday that as a product owner, you have three major responsibilities or four major responsibilities. One of those responsibility is that you must rally a team to turn that vision into reality. So meaning all your team members, development team or scrum team as the case may be, your business analyst, your project manager if you have one, your software developer, software tester, every one of you as the product owner, you serve as the leader. You are in the leadership position. Your role is to ensure that the vision of, oh, we want to develop this application, everyone align with that vision, and you are all pulling towards achieving that same visions. Now, there's a popular adage that you cannot give what you don't have. You cannot solve a problem. You do not have no background knowledge of what caused that problem. So your role as a product owner is to do what? To put that visions and the mission to everybody to understand what are we doing, what is the problem, who is the solution for, and what do we want to achieve from that solution in a very small, concise, and precise way. And that is what product vision statements allow us to do. Okay, this is what you come up with. As you can see, for what target customer are you trying to do? Who? D. For who's the target audience? Who? Statement of need and opportunity. The product name is what? Key benefits. What are the key benefits that you're expected to achieve? Unlike the competitors that you currently have, then your product, what is the differentiation that you're meant to get from your product? Okay, now, yesterday, we agreed to use Netflix for this training. Okay, so I'm going to do this now. Let's see if so. Product vision statements. Start table. Let's do Okay, for who did that unlike our products. Okay, just give me a minute, please. So let's do well for Netflix. Let's do this for Netflix. For who's the target? Okay, let's do this. Target customer. Statement of needs. Product name. Key benefits. Primary competitor. Then statement of primary differentiation. Okay, so if we were to go for it, for who's our target, who's Netflix customer target audience? For Nigeria, and we're talking about Nigeria now. The Nigeria market users. Okay. What is the statement? Who need to watch latest and need to watch latest and quality movies on the go or using internet. Product name, Netflix. What is the key benefit? We provide convenience, the personalization, account setting, personalization, account setting, and secured login. Okay, primary competitors. Who are Netflix competitors? Unlike YouTube, Amazon Prime, Ibaka or Roku TV. What will make Netflix different from these competitors? Our products will allow users to watch their primary favorite movies with no ads, meaning we will not be streaming ads, and we ensure only quality movies are, produced or put on our platforms. So you've come up with your product vision statement. Now, if we go through this, clearly everyone can see the problems you're solving. Who is going to be statement of needs? Meaning they need to watch latest and quality movie on the go, or on the go using internet. Meaning that the moment, as long as you have access, okay, you have access to the internet and you have a mobile or TV, you can watch you can watch it. The target audience are the Nigerian market users, because that is the target audience. We're targeting Nigerian users here. So meaning anybody. Now, you now need to be specific. Does that mean you want even youth? So we can make it to say Nigerian market are users with who are 18 years and above. So that means that for you to be able to watch Netflix, sign up, you must be 18 years and above. If you do that, this is what you're trying to do. You need to watch the latest and quality movie on the go using the internet. Then, what is the product name? Netflix. Maybe we want to say Netflix Nigeria, for instance. I'm not saying that is the case. Then, what are the key benefits? People will provide convenience, personalized account settings, and secured login access or features. Then, who are our primary competitors? Unlike YouTube, Amazon Prime, and Iroko TV, we will allow users to watch their favorite movie with no ads, and we ensure only quality movies are put on our platforms. You have written product vision statement. With this, everybody in your teams knows what you're trying to do. They know the opportunity you are trying to do. They know the problem you are trying to solve. They also know your competitors. They know what is going to differentiate you from your competitor, because your competitors provide ads, but you say you are not providing ads. Your competitor like YouTube, anybody can just dump anything, any riffraff, even quality movie that the quality does not even measure up to the movie of 2000. They can dump it on YouTube, but you are saying you will only do it for only quality movies. This is product vision statement. Any questions about this?
No question, sir.
Thank you. Sorry. Trying to do something. So now we're done with the product vision statement. Let's go to Sorry. No, this is not the latest. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I made some edits and okay. Yeah, this is the latest. Now, let's go to the next slide. Data-driven product management. What do we mean by this? As a product owner or product manager, one thing you cannot do without is data. You must be able to back whatever you're doing with data. So that there is a popular adage that we like to say, we refer to data as gold. That data is gold. So if data is gold, then the ability for you to use that data will be precious to you as a product owner or product manager. And as you can see, a data-driven culture is instrumental in guiding every stage of the product development process. By leveraging data to understand customers, validate your ideas, optimize user experience, and make informed decisions. So what this is telling you is that you must be able to support everything you are doing with data. And I'll give you an example. When yesterday, we did SWOT analysis to understand the opportunities that we're talking about that Netflix can explore when they move into Nigeria. And we use SWOT analysis to come up with these opportunities. And we're now saying that entering new markets with huge populations, about 230 million populations. Okay, this is a data. When you say huge populations, you must be able to provide or show this that, okay, what is, you cannot just say huge population, you must show data to support this. You need to go and look at data that talks about that this 20 million. Now, you also talk about high internet connectivity, which will result in higher product adoption. Nigerian has the highest internet connectivity in the whole of West Africa. About 63% of Nigerians have access to internet. You need to show that, because you cannot just talk about it without showing data to back whatever you are saying up. Okay? Movie production has improved drastically. This will improve view per movie. How has this improved? What is the percentage of Nigerians who are watching movie now compared to those who are watching 10 years ago? You need to show data to back all these things up. Opportunity to watch movie without ads. Now, how do you want to know that those who are watching movie currently with ads, they are not satisfied? And when you come up with something to say, hey, you can watch your movie from the start to the end with no ads, people will like that. All these things you must provide data to support. Because this will now go, when you support data, this will allow you, because one of your job is to make sure that everybody comes to realize to say, hey, this thing is doable, this thing is usable, and it's commercially viable. So the viability, you need data to say, because there are 230 million populations. Imagine if we only captured about 30 million, this is what you are getting when everybody pay, let's say 10,000 per month, times 20 million, you'll be getting this per month. So you need data to back that one up to satisfy the commercially viability aspect of your role as a business analyst. And that is what we refer to as data-driven product management. You have to be data-driven. You must. And when I say data, I'm not saying you should crunch large data. but you must provide data to validate or to support any argument that you're making. There are two types of data. We have primary data, primary source of collecting data, and we have secondary source of collecting data. Okay? To use, we can, okay, if we say there are 220, the primary one is collected, data collected by first hand. You are the one that collects that data. And majorly, we use survey or questionnaire to do that. Alternatively, you can also use secondary source of data where you leverage on existing data, like textbook, studies, and all those things. You can use data from them. Meanwhile, it does not mean you have to use only primary source at the expense of secondary source. You are allowed to use both. Okay? For instance, to substantiate that there are 230 million population, we can say, what is the current population of Nigeria? Okay? One thing you need to be wary of is you must use very good source data. There are reputable data or people studies that are verified, that are either peer reviewed, or that those ones have validity and you can validate them. Don't just use any data. So like World Bank, so you can use data. World Bank data is reliable source, come from reliable. So from 2002 review, what is data telling us? It's telling us that there are 213 into 220 million in 2021. Now in 2023, it's now 223. So we mean is when we are quoting this, we will say that, hey, 223 million, according to in 2023 by World Bank. To substantiate, they know that World Bank is a verifiable and very you can rely on any data that's coming from World Bank. So this type of data is what? Primary or secondary?
Secondary.
Secondary data. Similarly, we can look at what is the internet connectivity. What is the rate of internet connectivity in Nigeria? Okay. So, as of January 2023, the internet penetration in Nigeria reached 54.4%. So, we can use this. Again, when you are supporting this, you come up to say, what? As at January 2023, January 2023, the internet, the reach is what? 50 watts. 55.4.
55.4.
Thank you. 55.4%. Okay. By who? Where are we getting that data from? It's better for us to quote that. Statista 2020. Okay. You are telling us that, hey, Out of these 223 million, about 55.4%, meaning that's about 100 and let's say 13, have access to the internet. And for people to use our platforms or our products, they need access. That means we have reach, we can reach close to about 120, 110 or 13 million. You are providing data to support your argument. That is an opportunity that data is backing. So again, is this primary or secondary source of data?
I guess this should be
secondary.
Okay.
It's
Secondary.
secondary because it's external data, external source.
Thank you. It's external source, so it's called secondary. Okay. Now, let's now assume we want to test opportunity to watch movie without ads. Multiple user accounts per household. Now, to do this, we want to do a survey to test this. Okay, and I want every one of us to participate in this exercise. Okay. I'm just going to do a random. Let's use Google Form. I haven't done this for ages, so apologies if I'm not. Let's do sample form. So we want to do survey. What we want to do is we want to test. That's number one. Hey, will you like to watch, some of the arguments that we've made? Let's test them. Okay, let's write it. Let's look at. We want to do some demographic. Okay, what's your age? What is your age bracket? Let's start with option one. Let's say 10 to 17, 18 to 25, 26 to 35, 36 to 45, then let's say 45 above. 45 above. This. Okay. Yes, I'm adding another. No. Add another question. So, are you married or single, or what is your marital status? Option one, single. Option two, married. Okay. Question 3. Okay. We now want to say what current platforms do you watch movie on? Okay, we want to test. Okay, let's even know the current, our competitors. Which one are they watching their distance on? Let's say YouTube, Amazon Prime, Iroko TV. Okay, we want to limit it to these 3. Okay, then what do you like most from the current platform you used to watch, using to watch movies? Okay, we're saying this, just we can, okay, we want to do it. Choice option 1, easy registration and login. Okay, that's what it's free. It's free. Then what else? What else? Please, let's participate so that I'm not the only one.
Multiple users.
Okay, multiple users, and let's give it one more. What do you think we can add? High quality.
High quality,
okay.
HD.
Yeah, HD. Let's put it that way. We're done with this. Let's go for another one. What drawback? Drawbacks do you experience from the current platforms? Okay. Again, we want to make it this drawback. Number 1, low quality art, too much art. Okay. And
large data usage.
Thank you.
Large data
Low
usage.
quality films, large
data usage.
Okay. That's it. Let's leave it this way. Let's do one more. Okay. Will you prefer to watch movies with or without ads showing? Okay. Yes, I will prefer this. No, I'm happy with the ads showing. Neither, I don't, it does not matter to me. It does not really matter. Okay. Yeah. Let's leave it this way. Okay. Because of time. Now, we finish this. What we are doing here, we want to collect data. This form of data is what we call primary source of data collections. Okay. Now, can send it. I'm going. Okay. Let me shorten the URL and I'm copy the URL. Guys, in 5 minutes, I need you to go to the chat box. I have just pasted this form that we've created now. Can you just fill it for me, please? 5 minutes. Okay? We'll be back in 5 minutes. We're 12 on the call, so I expect to see 12 responses, please. And kindly just drop a message when you are done. Ignore some typo, please. Thank you. Here's the form, Toby. That's the form, Toby.
Sorry, I'm having issues viewing my chat.
What's your email address?
Or maybe you post it on the Facebook, on this thing.
I'm
Deborah
happy to
Ade-
send it to your email.
Okay,
to your
Deborah
email
Ade at
address.
Gmail. My full name
Can
at
you
Gmail.
just type it?
I can't even type it in the chat. I can't even view my chat. That's the
Can you
problem.
type, put it on
WhatsApp.
the WhatsApp? Yeah.
Okay. Done. Thank you.
Okay. Deborah, can you check it now? I've just sent it to you.
Yes, please. I've seen it. Thank you.
2 more minutes, guys. Yeah, have we all completed it? I think we are. Okay, let's go. So let's go and see our responses. These are, thanks everyone. These are the responses. So from this now, we can see 40% of responses are between the range of 26 to 35. Okay, meaning there is between the range of 10, only 10% are within this range. And 45% and above, no one's among 45%. Now, we can now say, because we have 45%, then 36%, if you look at this, meaning that we can justify the need to only make sure that only from the age of 18 to 35. So if we go back to now, you can justify this. Again, what is your marital status? You can say another opportunity is, okay, 50% and 50 single. Meaning, let's assume that married, when you are married, 50, we're saying, oh, 50%, we don't want to lose both married and single, but let's say 50% who are married, means you are married, you are expected to have children. We must give them a features that will include features for the kids. That's another opportunity that we can leverage on. What current platform do you use? Okay, majority are using YouTube. So we can benchmark YouTube as our competitors because 90% are using YouTube. Now, what is it? So if we're going, we can go and say that now, what do you like most from the current platforms? 40% are saying that because it is free. What is this telling you? Data is telling us, hey, people are using YouTube because it's free. Meaning, you cannot, if you want people to leave YouTube and come to your own platform, you must give them, if not free, something similar to what they are currently using. So we can say our opportunity can also include people, maybe we give a freemium, that's a free features. Then if you want more sophisticated or luxurious this thing, you pay for it. Again, what drawback do you experience from your current platforms? You know, too much ads. Meaning you can say, okay, currently 80% of people are saying they don't like the ads. So meaning if you now promise to say you can watch your movie without a ad, people, because this is the problem they are currently facing. Then the last one is, will you prefer to watch movie with or without ad? 100% are saying yes, we will prefer these features. So all these things we can now draw and quote any of these. Okay. So maybe if we now go here, we want to say movie production has improved this, opportunity to watch movie percent. You can now say, because we say 100%, no, data from survey, 100% says they are happy, they are willing to pay for a platform that will allow them to watch movies without ads. Okay, you are giving, this is What kind of data have we just provided here? What source of data is this? Primary or secondary?
Primary.
This is primary data. So are we clear about how to leverage data to drive our points? Okay. Now, movie production has improved. You can also look at it and just come up with data. Now, movie, you can have as part of when you were doing it, if you want this, you can say, okay, do you think movie production has improved from what it was 10 years ago? If it's a yes, how will you pay more to even have a better and more quality movie? And if data is saying out of 10 people, 9 people are saying they are ready to pay to have a more improved quality movies, you provide that data as well. And that is part of your what? Primary source of sourcing data to drive your point. Any questions about how to leverage data as part of our product management process? If we're clear, can we just say yes, or we give a sign?
Yes, we're
so that
clear.
I know. Okay, others, I want you to also say
Yes.
so that
Yes.
I know I've not been talking to myself. All right, thank you. Now,
Yeah.
let's go. Thanks. Let's move again and go to the next one. Success factors and key driver. If you remember yesterday, I said as a product owner, you must, at the onset of the product management process, you must come up with a success factor. What will determine your success? So if your success factor is that I want people, 1 million people to download our application within 1 year. If that is your success factor, so be it. The moment 1 million people downloaded it, that means that success has been achieved. Okay? The moment 1 million people download your application, that means that you've recorded that success. That is what we're talking about here. Please give me a minute, please. So success factors are critical elements, conditions, or activities that are necessary for a product or project initiative to achieve its desired outcome. You must set out what your project will be measured against. In the next 1 year, we want to record this. We want our project or product to be measured against this. Okay? When you are doing this, there are about 5 elements that you need to consider. The first one is the success factors, objectives, metrics. When we say metrics, how will you quantify this? What are the driving force or factor that will help you to achieve this? Then what are the initiating ideas? These initiating ideas are features that you must include as part of your product to achieve these success factors. Now, the general rule of thumb is that make it have little, maybe 3, maybe 3, maximum 4 success factors, and make it very concise and easy to track. Very concise and easy to track so that you are not causing confusions for yourself and your product team. So let's try and do some apologies if I'm taking time. The way I like to train, I just like to train. I don't mind taking your time, but I want to make sure that I'm driving, you're getting what I'm saying. So success factor. Now, let's say, based on all what we've talked about, we want our product, okay, to be measured based on what? Let's say convenience, because we talk about convenience. Even when we're going through the problems, people want to be, watch movie with convenience. Then accessibility or easy login. Okay, I want to access my movie without having to spend 3 minutes to log in or so. Then what is it? What can be the third this thing that we can measure? Can anyone think about it? Let's make it interactive. What can we measure Netflix against?
Quality.
We've measured convenience. Yes?
High quality.
Quality. Thank you.
Yes.
Quality. Okay, let's stick to these three. Like I said, the general rule of thumb is you want to make it as, you don't want to make it very bogus that you now find it difficult for people to kind of align with what I said. So let's stick to these 4. Now, to these 3, sorry. For you to do it, the best way that what we normally do is we now want to make it, the first thing is, I like to do a lot of things with table. Okay, bear with me on that. That's just the way I like to work. So, what is the success factor? Success factor 1 is what? Convenience. Nancy. Success factor 2 is what? Accessibility. Meaning I should be able to access on my digital platforms or digital on the TV, on my mobile, on the tablet and everything. Accessibility. Then the third one is quality. Okay, these are the 3 major success factors that we want Netflix to be measured against, let's say, the next 1 or 2 years. Okay, the next thing we do is what? We come up with objectives. What is based on this success factor, what are our objectives? Okay, maybe our objective, you can say, to allow, let's say, 90% or 95% of users to watch movie at their convenient time and place as at when required. Okay, that's our objective. It does, even when you're on the train, when you're on the bus, you can watch your movie without any form of disturbance, provided you have access to the internet. Objective for this accessibility is what? Let's see if we'll do it this way. Let's see. Objectives.
To be able to, okay.
No, go for it. Go. Just finish.
All right. To be able to log in without providing a lot of maybe personal details.
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
know, some will say provide driver's license, provide birth certificate, all those things.
Yeah. So we want seamless registration and login flows. Seamless. We don't want any unnecessary things. So accessibility, then we can also say, okay, provide seamless registration and login processes.
Okay, sir. But as seamless as okay, sir. Oh, yeah, true.
No, go for it.
Okay, as seamless as the registration could be, what about the security aspect? Because most times they use all those IDs to make sure what you're doing is secured.
So, yes, good questions. You have to streamline it. The fact that you want to provide seamless registration flow does not mean you should jeopardize the security. Okay, you want to do unnecessary things. What we don't want to do is just to be saying, okay, provide this bank statement, provide your proof of address. What purpose are all those ones? But if it is just give me your driver license or means of identification, that's a simple. It's also part of seamless registration process. Okay, that is it. However, we want when you are providing, when you are doing your objective, there is something we call SMART. It must be measurable, small enough, SMA, it must be accountable, then it must be testable. So when you want to do your objective, provide an objective that you can measure. So let's say the accessibility, okay, 90%, okay, allow more than 90% of users to register within 2 minutes. Okay, to finish the registration within 2 minutes. Okay, that is what we want to, the accessibility. We want you to finish your registration within 2 minutes. Then the quality. Okay, how can we, what is the objective? 95% of movies on our platforms must be rated more than 80% quality satisfaction. Are we clear about this? That any movie that must be on our platforms, user must rate it more than 80, must have more than 80%. And we are saying that 95% of those movies must be rated more than 80% in terms of quality. So these are the objectives. Now, we move to the next things, metrics. How do we now, metrics means that how do we want to measure that we have actually achieved this? How do we want to measure it? This is what metric is all about. Okay, how to measure this? How to measure the objectives for each success factor. Metrics 1. Okay. Allow 95% of users to watch movie at their convenient time. We want to make sure that 95% of users watch movie successfully, play movie when they log in. So when you log in, you just play movie. We can do that. Okay. We can also say number 2, average of users watch at least, let's say, complete movie at least 5 movies in a month. Okay, you watch 5 movies complete. Let's say complete. Okay, to say that, okay, if you are not comfortable, you will not complete watching a movie 5 movies in a month. Then what is it? Anything we can also use to measure this. Okay, let's go. Now, allow more than 90% of users to finish their registration within 5 months, 5 distance. Number one, okay. Users complete receive successful registration email within 2 minutes of registration commencement. Okay. Meaning that if I start to say, okay, I start registration now, the email to say that you successfully completed this thing must come from the moment I start my registration to this. We're saying that, users must receive it within this. Okay. Then anything we can also login. We're saying that average users must log in immediately after receiving successful registration email. This is another metrics. Okay, about 20 people received this email within 2 minutes. How many of them among those 20 people log in immediately? If you receive the email and you did not log in immediately, it means there's something that is happening. Maybe there was a delay. So we want to do that. Of course, we can also say the third one, 90% of movie of our platform must be rated more than quality. 1, 90%, 95% movie meets customer satisfaction in terms of quality. Number 2, okay, if quality is not good, out of this 90, let's say 90% of movies reach minimum of 10 million viewers within first month of release. Are we clear about this?
Yes.
So this is metrics that we will use to quantify, to know if these our objectives have been met. Okay. The next thing, we also look at what? Influencing factors. Influencing factors. What factors do we need that will influence us, allow us to achieve our objectives? Okay. The first one here is what? 90% of users moving at their convenient times. Okay. What factors? People are busy. Okay. Users are busy, are too busy, because everybody, they go to work. What is another influencing factors? You know, traffic, especially for those of us in Lagos. Okay.
There's
Influencing
no more
factors.
traffic. There's no more traffic in Lagos, sir.
Okay, that's fine. High cost of transportation. Transportation to go out. Go out. So all these are influencing factors that will allow 95% of users to watch movie at their convenient times, because they want to. Users are too busy. Someone that has gone to work from Monday to Friday, you know, Saturday want to sit at home, and this. The traffic, even though you said there is no more, which I don't know how that works. Then the high cost of transportations. Imagine to go out to the cinema to go and watch movie, I have to spend about 3,000 to do this. I can easily
access to multiple movies.
Access to multiple movies. These are all influencing factors. Now, what is the influencing factor that will allow more than 90% of users to finish their registrations? Okay. Number one, leveraging on social media accounts. If you already have your Gmail, we can integrate with Gmail to say, okay, register with your Gmail. If you have Facebook, you can, I think that's common now. You don't need to start and fill all these necessary forms. Just go there, click Gmail, it will integrate with your Gmail, and you can register within a minute. Then, what is the factors that can do it? What factor is it? Okay. Remember,
easy payment.
Thank you. Easy payment. Easy payment. Remember, user registration detail, so that the moment you log in, you enter Netflix. You know, Netflix will do what? It will remember you and just allow you to log in seamlessly without you putting your username, email, and stuff. Then the same things we'll look at. Okay, the objective here is that satisfaction. What will be the influencing factors? The influencing factor will be what? High, that is what we're seeing in, you know, showing high Nigerian rich culture. You know, majority of films on Netflix that are being watched by huge numbers of people are those movies that show Nigerian high culture. Okay, what also can we do? What will be the influencing factors that can allow people to say, hey, we enjoy the high quality? You know, leveraging on HD film production. These are what? These are influencing factors. Now, the last one is what? Ideas or futures. what are the features that we now need for us to achieve these three objectives? What feature do we need to build on Netflix for us to achieve it? So the first objective here is what? Users to what? To watch movie conveniently at their convenient times and what? Then what feature do we need to do? Is this. Okay? Access must. What feature is that? Conveniency. How do you think we can, what are the features we can do for users to achieve that conveniency? Okay? Allow users to have access to the platforms anytime. So the platform must be available anytime, any day, anytime you will feel like it. Okay? 2. Okay? Also, conveniency can also be that stop and pause. Stop and pause. If I'm watching this movie and I did not finish it, when I come back the following day, it should continue from where I stopped. Okay? Conveniency can also be
The platform should be accessible on every device, be it phone, laptop, or TV.
Accessible on every, yes. Accessible on all devices. We can think like that as much as we can think. Easy payments, gateway, integration, and yes, it should not that I want to make payments, I will now need to be filling my distance. It should be, I should be able to make payments easily. Like that. Now we can go to the next one here. What ideas do we need to put in to achieve the registration, easy registration and login? You know, integrate with social media accounts, okay, and remember login details. That's it. Oh, what else can you do? You can even use, okay, use login code. When you are signing in, when you are registering, provide a code that code is what you just need to sign in. So the moment you go into your Netflix, it just ask for a code, put in your code, and immediately to sign in. Netflix will recognize that code and you'll be signing. You do all of this. Then the last one of Nigerian art culture. What? To be work of quality, we must do what? All movies must be quality assessed. So before you come and put your movie on this thing, we have to assess it to make sure that it meets our quality demand. You know, ratings, all the movies here must be rated. So when you finish watching these things, you have to rate a movie. So we can think of it. This is what we talk about success factors. Any questions? Does that mean there is no questions? Should I proceed?
No questions, sir. Yes, you can proceed.
All right, thank you. Then we go to the next one, product market fit. What we're saying here is this. It is, as a product owner or product manager, it's your responsibility to ensure that this product that we're developing is market fit. When we say market fit, that means people in the market, the end users are ready to adopt, to start using, and they are ready to pay for it. So you want to develop, you must make sure that Netflix, people in Nigeria are ready for Netflix. Imagine if Netflix had been introduced to Nigerian markets 20 years ago, when only a handful of people have access to internet. Or if it was, they introduced Netflix and they asked people to be paying in dollars. That means it is not product market fit. So your product must be fit for that purpose. Meaning, okay, it's for you to use Netflix, you must have access to the internet. We've talked about it that almost more than 60% of Nigerians have access to internet. That's product market fit. You know, you are paying in dollar, in naira, that's market fit. People are now they want to watch quality movies, that is market fit. People don't want to watch movie with ad, then you are saying you will not give ad, that is market fit. So how? You have to determine who's your target audience. Understand their pain points. And when we did our survey, we understood our survey points pointed towards that. One of the pain points was that people don't like to watch with ads. That's a pain point. When we say pain point, we're talking about the problems that existing users are facing that we want to correct. Or is there an underserved need? Is there a need that people are not currently getting? When you go to YouTube, you just watch your YouTube. It's possible that when you go there, you watch it now. By the time you come back, you will have seen more than 20 new these things come up with. Maybe to solve that means that once you are finished, you are watching this, you can make it that that movie will be at the top. That is underserved needs. Then define your value propositions. What do we mean by value propositions? Meaning that what is it that your customer, your competitors are doing wrong or that they are not doing that you want to do. One of the value propositions of Netflix is A, you will be watching your movies without an ad. You are sure that when you watch a movie, you will get the highest quality that you can get anywhere in the world on that movie. Those are value propositions that the like of YouTube will not give you. Then specify and develop your MVP. Now, if your MVP means that what we've done here is that these are the MVP. People just want to do what? They want to have access to the headphone, to the platform anytime. They want to do stop and pause. These are things that they want to. Make sure you deliver it to them as a matter of urgency instead of you developing something that they don't need now. Lastly, test your MVP with your target audience. We'll get here, but to just put it in context, the fact that you've developed an MVP, something that your product, they want to be able to have access to it 24/7. They want to stop and pause. You know, they want to integrate with social media so that they can do easily login. You want to do remember login. They want to log in with code. All these things are your MVP, minimum viable products. Before you launch it, don't just assume. Make sure you test it with your, just think, okay, maybe 20 of the target audience, hey, come and test these features for us. Let us see that you like what we've given you. It meets your needs before you now roll it out to the general users. The best way to do this is what we call usability testing, which we will cover hopefully next week. So this is what we refer to as product market fit. As you can see, your feature set, value proposition meets what your target needs. If your target does not want something or the market is not right, just like I mentioned, if Netflix had introduced their product to the Nigerian market 20 years ago, do you think they will record the same amount of success they are recording now when only less than 2% of Nigerians have access to the internet? That means as at that time, Netflix was not ready and was not product market fit for Nigerian market. So you must do your assessment to show that this product that we want to launch, is it ready? Are our users or the market ready to accept it? This is what this is telling you. You must ascertain that this is ready. And one of the things to ascertain that this is ready, you can use your survey. Okay? We've done it from the survey we did. It was stated that 100% of people are saying that they are ready to watch movie without an ad. That is telling us, data is telling us that, hey, it is the customer are ready to accept our non-ad platforms. Let's say we also did, as part of that survey, we mentioned that, do you have access to the internet? And 95% from the survey said, yes, I have access to the internet. That is telling you that 95% of our target audience have access to the internet. That is market readiness. Any question about being product market fit? Your product must be market fit, must ready or be equal to what market demands. If market, for instance, Nigeria is with Naira, and you're now saying that, hey, we must charge dollar by force, will you say that product is market ready?
No.
Yes or no? It's not market ready. Because Nigerians only spend Naira, where will people get dollar to pay? Now, we go to the next one, market and competitors analysis. Here, what we are trying to do here as a project manager or product owner, one of your key responsibilities is to ensure that your product is competitive in the market. You don't want to produce or develop a product that is not competitive. What do I mean by being competitive? Means that your product cannot compete with the existing or competitors' products. You have to. And competitiveness can come from different things. Maybe with price, quality, registration, accessibility, data usage. All these things you must measure your product against what is obtainable in the market. It's your responsibility as a product owner to measure that against your competitors. That is what we refer to as market and competitor analysis. And as you can see, products or service, your company, competitors too. Let's say if we can do this, we're tracking well. Yeah, I think that we're fine. If we can just cover this, we should be okay today. So we're fine. We're tracking very well. Market and competitors analysis. So again, I'll drive my points with these elements to, let's do this. Okay, let's even do this. Let's do this. Features. Okay, Netflix, which is our product. YouTube, our main competitors. Iroko TV, or let's say Amazon Prime. These are our two competitors. Now, What features do we want to measure there? Let's say registration. I don't even know why I'm using this font. That's so large. Registration. We can also measure login. Let's say remember me and code. That's it. Let's leave it to code to login. What else? What else? Quality, accessibility, which is availability on all devices. Price. Okay. The price. What else can we measure against? Customer satisfaction. Let's leave it. Okay. For Netflix, which is ours, registration. Let's say easy, seamless registration under 2 minutes. YouTube, we want to assume, registration under 5 minutes. Amazon price, registration under 5 minutes.
YouTube registration is easier than Netflix registration. Okay. Once you have a Gmail, you can register on YouTube easily.
Okay. Yeah, registration within under 5 minutes. If you are doing normal registration, okay, let's go with that. Registration. I'm going to now say insert below. So registration with social media. Okay. Yes. You can register with Gmail. Okay, you can do this with this. By saying you cannot. No, you can't. Okay. Login code, yes. You can register with code. No, you cannot. You can't. Oh, come on. I can't bother. Again, you can register with code as well. Quality. High quality resolution. Low quality resolution. Medium quality resolution. Availability on all devices, yes. I think this one is yes as well. Yes. Okay. Price, we're saying we want to do freemium. Freemium. Here, free. They're also doing freemium, to be honest. Premium. Because there are some features that you cannot access if you didn't pay. These, they are not doing freemium, they are doing I think they're even luxury. They're doing luxury prices. Customer satisfaction, you know, minimum of 5 rating. Yeah, that's what we're getting. We're aiming for minimum of 2 rating, you know, minimum of 3 rating. Yeah. So you have done your competitor analysis here. So this is, you now know that, hey, which one? This we're tracking very well, we're tracking very well. If there is anyone that your competitors are doing very well than you, what do you have to do? You need to now come up and say, our competitors, let's now assume that they are doing freemium. We also now want to, the initial target is we're doing luxury as well. High, we're charging high subscription. Oh. Okay, let's say they are even doing, okay, we're doing freemium. But in this case, you know, means of payment. Okay, we want to do, they are doing monthly. Okay. We want to do pay per view. Okay, monthly, they are doing monthly subscription. Okay, this one are even doing renting. That's what they are doing. You can rent a movie on them. Okay, you now look at this, because they are doing monthly subscription, you want to do pay per view. Your job as a business, as a Scrum product owner, you need to go to the market to test the market. Which one is your user prefer? You can also use your survey to say, hey, if you are meant to pay, do you want to pay? Do you like to pay as you pay per view, or you like to pay monthly subscription? Let's say out of 20, 80% saying we want monthly subscription, and the initial concept is for you to do pay per view. What are you going to do? You go to your management to say, though we want pay per view, but survey is telling us that users prefer to do monthly subscription, which is what our competitors are currently doing. And if they buy with that idea of saying, okay, do monthly subscription, fine. If the manager believes that, no, we still want pay per view for some reason, blah, 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 you look into that and you go ahead and you build them the pay per view. But this one gives you the understanding of what your customers are doing it. Why are they doing it? Will the customer prefer to do the pay per view that you are proposing, or stick to the monthly subscription that they are currently used to? This is what market and competitors analysis does for you. Any questions?
No questions, sir.
Okay, let's, for stop. Let's go for, we have 10 or so minutes. I'd like us to talk more about business model canvas. Now, have we heard, or has anyone heard about model? Who, anyone has heard about model? Anyone? So business model means that Netflix want to start streaming. How do they want to achieve that streaming activities or business? That is referred to as model. We want people to be able to use an online platform to watch a movie, and they pay per view. That is business model that they want to use, which is like the way we want our business to be structured for users to enjoy. That's what we refer to as business model. Now, what does business model canvas comes up with? A business model canvas allows us, it's just like a building blocks. For instance, if you want to build a house, what do? You need a bricklayer. Bricklayer must come up with, they will be the one to do the blocks, mold the blocks, and dug the sockways and all those things. Once the bricklayers finishes, they need an electrician. You need an electrician to do the wirings. Once the wiring is done, you need someone to also do the windows, aluminum guys to do the windows. Once that is finished, you also need a plumber to come and do all the plumbing works. Once that is finished, you need a painter to paint. You need someone to also fix the roofings. All those things are building blocks that you need to combine to have a complete house. Is that clear? Similarly, business model canvas, you require a lot for us, for Netflix to be able to achieve their business of coming together to allow people to watch movies on their platform using the internet. There are a lot of building blocks that they need to combine together to achieve that purpose. That's what we refer to as building blocks of business model canvas. As a product manager, your role, your responsibility is to just clearly state all what is required for us to build and complete these applications, and for the application to be successful, so for us to be able to for it to be commercially viable. So there are about 9 of these building blocks or activities requires. Okay, please let me know if you can see my screens. Otherwise, yeah, I hope we can see it this way. Now, we will do these activities using Netflix. The first one is key partnerships. These are relationships or collaboration that your business needs before they try. Okay, can anyone mention 1 or 2 partnerships that Netflix needs in Nigeria before they can do business?
Internet people.
Internet, thank you.
Nollywood.
Banks, because they have to subscribe. People have to make payments, and that payment comes straight into their accounts. That's key partnerships. What are the key activities that business must perform to deliver its value propositions? We're talking that the 1 or 2 value propositions. The first one is that you will not have ads when you are watching your movie. The second one was that the quality must be there. What are those 2? Can anyone mention 2 activities that we must do for that to achieve, for us to achieve those 2 things? The first one, no ads. What can we do? What activities? We must make sure that our business model does not allow people to come and place an ad on our platforms. Activities number 1. For quality, what activities must we do to ensure we have high quality? We
That
must
means the
add what?
ISP. Okay.
Yes,
The
go for it.
ISP, internet service provider, must work on 4G or 5G network.
Thank you. Because the internet provider must work on that. We must also ensure that all qualities, we have quality assurance requirements. You are filming this. This is the camera you must use. We must put that in place, and everybody must adhere to it. That's key activities. What are the key resources that the business requires to operate? You need internet. Without internet, you cannot operate. You need license. You must get a license from Ministry of Communication in Nigeria before you operate in Nigeria. You must open a bank account because that bank account must do for people to pay straight into that bank account. That's key resources that you need. Value propositions. What are the value propositions unique that your customers, your competitors are not doing that you must do? Every business must have a value proposition that your customers are either not doing or they are not doing very well. If your business does not have that value proposition, don't even go near it. There's no point, because what do you want to use to convince your customer to come to live where they are currently are, to come to your own platforms? You must be able to give them one value that they are not getting or they are under getting from where they are. And can anyone mention one or two value propositions that we're ready to give them? We've mentioned this several times. What's the first one?
I'll tell them that we're not going to show any ads, so they're going to watch their movie without ads.
Thank you. That's good. Thanks, Yemisi. Anyone want to try again?
I'll tell them that the quality of what they're going to be seeing will be very high.
Very high quality. We're promising them those two things. No ads. You are assured that you have very high quality from our platforms. Again, customer relationship. There is no business that can strive without customer relationship. So the customer relationship with this is, how do you want to interact with your customers? Meaning, maybe here, the moment you register, we store your database, your details in our database, and we continue to give you communications. When there's a new film that meets your profile, maybe you like Nigerian cultural films, when there is any new movie that meets that things you need, we send you a communication to say, this is coming out, watch out. Customer relationship, we have your date of birth. When it's your birthday, we send you that thing to say, happy birthday. These are customer relationship strategy that we also want to use, because if you are not at the heart of your customers, nothing can be achieved. Okay, channels, the different channels that the business has to reach. What channel will people reach us? You can download. You can also do it on the web apps. Those are two channels. How can they reach you? They can also reach us by calling our distance. They can reach us by calling our dedicated 24-hour customer service. Meaning we're going to have a customer service that are available 24/7. Those are channels that we're talking about. Customer segments. You need to be able to segment your customer. And remember, when we're doing the survey, we may measure, okay, what's your age bracket? So we can get our customer segment from there to say, hey, we don't need to focus on people who are less than 18. Neither we don't need to focus on people who are above 45, because our customers are between the age of 18 and 45. That's a customer segment. We also made mention that, okay, 50% of our prospective customer are married. They are also single. What that is telling us that we must focus on both married and single. That's what we refer to as customer segments. Now, the cost structure, how much is it going to cost us to develop the application, the marketing, the development, everything? You must put it. We're not saying this is going to be perfect and it's going to be accurate. what we're saying here is if it is going to cost you, you think it's going to cost you 20 million, the rule of thumb is give another 20%. So add 20% of your 20 million to it. It's better you overcoat your budget, your cost, than undercoat. Okay, do you need an offices? What do you need in those offices? You must come with everything. Then the last one is revenue stream. How do you want to achieve revenue? That's very key. People achieve revenue by what? When they make payments or they subscribe. You also think that Netflix makes revenue only by subscription. No, I was doing a research some time ago. 48% of Netflix revenue comes from what? Data mining, by selling you and I data to prospective data mining users. And that's another revenue. Okay. I also know that when, for instance, Anikulapo 2, they got about 32% of their distance from sponsors. So all the sponsors of Anikulapo pay directly, not to the director, to Kunle Afolayan. They pay to Netflix. Then Netflix, based on the agreement and contract with Kunle Afolayan, based on views and stuff, they pay whatever they've agreed. So these are all revenue streams. How do you want to generate revenue? That's key. Because if I'm doing this, I want to know that, okay, you are generating revenue based on this. The rule of thumb, any business that you only need to focus on only one way of generating revenue is a bad business idea. You must have multiple revenue streams, and that is why it's called streams and not streams. The different source of revenue that the business generates from its customers, you must come up and do that. So you will list all these things. We're not saying list them in details, but just make sure you list it in a way that you can articulate it to the rest of the teams. So this is what we refer to as building business model canvas. And business model canvas comes as, it has 9 building blocks, which we just explained. Any question before we call it a day?
No questions, sir.
No question, sir.
All right. So next week, on Saturday, we'll meet 5 p.m. Australian times, 8 a.m. Nigerian time. Please, every one of us, let's take note of that. And at the time, based on where we're located. On Sunday, we'll meet 4 p.m. Australian times and 7, is that? 4 p.m. Australian time and 7 a.m. Nigerian time. Okay, but yeah, I might change that because I think I will be in a program, but I will communicate that to us. Otherwise, if I can't change it, we'll talk on the platform. If we cannot change it, then someone else will take the class in my absence. But I will let you know. So what are we going to do next week? We'll talk about product prioritizations. I think we discussed a bit about it yesterday, where we talked about, okay, you have these many of these features that you want to achieve, but we're only focusing on the one that comes with high value, the one highlighted in yellow. So how do we do this? We look at, okay, registration, does it meet with the objectives? And we're looking at the product, the value that they come. So I need to do it as we do this. So we'll talk about these prioritization. There are multiple prioritization techniques, but um, I like to use Kano model and Moscow prioritization. We talk about them. Then we also dive deeper into the role of the word of minimum viable products. How do you achieve minimum viable products? We talk about low fidelity and high fidelity, which is wireframing and everything. We talk about usability testing. Okay, how do you want to make sure that users can use what we've developed? Remember the usability aspect of your role. We use usability to test that what we've done is actually, or user can actually do it. Then go to market strategy. Okay, we now have our MVP ready. Now we need to go to market. When we say go to market, means we are ready to launch it into market. How do you launch your things? Okay, we launch it. We can do it using there are two ways to go to it. We can use alpha beta testing to say, okay, we'll only go to market with some selected users, or we want to do a beta to say, okay, everyone was restricted to some set of people. So we'll talk about that. Then once our go-to-market strategy is ready, then we're ready to launch our product to the market and people can start using our product. That's what we do. Then hopefully we do question and answer. If we have enough time, which I think we should, on Sunday, I'm going to take us through a project that some previous candidates they've done, just to kind of see how everything that we've gone through adds together and how your projects or your profile can be if you do that. I'll take us through what is the next stage, because that will bring us to the end of the training. What do we need to do next? How do we go about it? Then I'll take us through that. Any questions? Happy to spend the next 5 minutes or so for any questions. Tomorrow, I will share the yesterday recording and today recording on that group. And I'll also share these notes, product management notes also. So you have enough time from tomorrow to Saturday next week to go through the recordings and also leverage on this note to see if you can do one or two things on your own.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Can I also ask that we have all registered our attendance? I mentioned earlier on, at the end, we're expected to give certificate of completion. Okay. And for you to have access to be eligible for that, you must attend 70% of attendance, meaning out of the 4 classes, you must attend at least 3. So the only way to track the attendance is by you putting your names on the attendance list. And the list is here. You can see it's already on the chat message. Please, if you've not done it, kindly do it. Okay. Again, lastly, I want to say this. Please, if I want to say, address me by my first name, I don't feel comfortable with sir, this. My name is Kabir. If you cannot say Kabir, please say KB. Reason being that is that, I know, especially for those of us in Nigeria, we have this culture of according us unnecessary respect. It's not applicable in the Western world. My director, I call him by his first name. If we meet, we will shake hands together. We will hug, we will laugh. And that's the same way I like to be addressed. And I like the same culture I want to practice. And I want you to also practice. So I don't feel comfortable. I don't like to. We're equal. There's nothing, Some of you have better knowledge in your space, in your field of competency than I do. So I don't want this unnecessary, sir. Please, KB, no sir, no ma, because I'm not going to accord you the same. Even if you are my mother, as long as you're on this training, I'll call you by your first name, please. And I want you to do the same thing for me. I hope we will not take offense of that. It's just the way I like my training, and I want us the same rapport that I want us to build. Apologies if that sounds a bit offensive, but it's just what I would like us to cultivate. Okay, if there's no question, can we call it a day then? Thank you. Again,
I want to quickly add.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sharon Tega, you wanted to say something? Sharon, do you want to say anything, or you're fine? All right, thanks. If there's no questions.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?